bring the fans of Critical Bench another great recipe. So this week I have for you some oven fried chicken. So basically, if you love crispy chicken, this is a way to do it, but do it so it's a lot healthier for you than going to get some fried chicken from, you know, the local KFC or fried chicken place. So let's go ahead and show you guys this recipe. So what I've got here is 2 chicken breasts, and we're going to make the coating for it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that first, and then we'll go ahead and put the chicken in there. So right here what I have is just these are just 2 eggs that I've scrambled up and put into kind of a shallow dish, because we're going to dip the chicken in here. So you just want to make sure the eggs aren't going to run anywhere and that the chicken's going to fit in there. Now if you don't want to do whole eggs, you can also do egg whites. So you could just double that up, do 4 egg whites. That would get rid of some of the extra fats in the yolk if you're trying to watch your calories or your fats. So that's that. And then we're just going to get like a small plate, make sure that it's about the size of the chicken. So just make sure it's big enough to be able to put the chicken on here. So what we're going to do is use some breadcrumbs. So we're going to take 1/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. So this is going to give it that kind of crispy texture on the outside. So I'm just going to grab about 1/4 of a cup. We're just going to dump that right onto that plate. Like I said before, what we're going to do is just dip in the chicken onto there to coat the outside of it. And I'll show you all this in a minute, so don't worry if you're not quite following me here. So we're just going to kind of smush that down, so that way when we put the chicken on there, it'll coat the whole piece of chicken. Now we don't just want breadcrumbs, we want a little flavor in our chicken, so we're going to go ahead and add some spices into the breadcrumbs to give it a little extra flavor. So I've got a couple different things here. I've got some Italian seasoning, which is great. It's got a mixture of like oregano and parsley and all those green herbs that are really tasty. So you can do Italian seasoning, or you can do any of those types of green herbs that you like instead. So I'm just going to dump some on here. What I'm using is going to be about a 1/2 teaspoon. So about a 1/2 teaspoon of just Italian seasoning. Okay, from there, I'm going to add one of my favorites, which is garlic powder. So the same thing, I'm going to dump this on here. Again, you're going to end up wanting about a 1/2 teaspoon. Good. From there, we've got some onion powder. So I'm going to go ahead and chunk it up. I'm just going to loosen it up a little bit. Here we go. And same thing, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. So just kind of sprinkle the salt on top, not too much. And from there, I'm just going to kind of mix everything around so it's kind of even. And then just kind of smooth these breadcrumbs out just a little bit more. Now before you start all this, I would suggest preheating your oven to 400 degrees. So that way it gets hot while you're sitting here waiting and putting everything together. So I've already done that, but just preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Yes. All right, so from there, that's everything we need. We're going to go ahead and grab our chicken breast. We're going to dip it in the eggs, dip it in the breadcrumbs, and then put it right on our pan here. So these are I just got 2 chicken breasts here. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip it in the egg, so you want to coat both sides. This is going to help the breadcrumbs to actually stick to the chicken. Otherwise, you're going to probably have not very good luck getting those breadcrumbs to stick. So now we're going to go from there, right here. Just kind of flip it over, coating both sides. Kind of roll it around a little bit if you want to. This is a little fat piece of chicken, so there's some sides on there. I'm going to try to get those as well. Alright, so that's that. You just throw it on that baking dish. I've just got a flat baking pan that we're going to use to bake that chicken. Alright, we'll do the other piece. So obviously this is 2 servings, or if you do a lot of protein, it might be 1 for you. But feel free to double the recipe if you're trying to feed more people, or even triple or quadruple or whatever you need for your family or just for yourself. So same thing here. I'm just going to coat it really well. And if you've got extra breadcrumbs, if you want to, feel free to if you've got any spots where it's missing the breadcrumbs, you can go ahead and kind of fill those in. Alright. So that is everything you need for your oven-baked chicken chicken, we're going to go ahead and throw it in the oven. It's going to take probably about a half an hour or so. You want to make sure the chicken's cooked all the way through so it's no longer pink in the middle. So we're going to throw it in the oven and we'll see you back here in a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this oven fried chicken out and see if it's done. So again, remember just to make sure that it's cooked all the way through, that it's no longer pink in the middle. And it's definitely cooked all the way through here. So there you have it, your crispy, tasty oven fried chicken. So I hope you enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a comment below and like the video as well. So we'll see you next time.